Welcome to the second video for art-based surface from image. In this video, I will show you advanced techniques to give you better output or a smoother surface. First, we go and select the icon for image to surface. Next, I'll select the photo of the girl. Nothing needs to change on this page. Then I'll come in here and change the height range to 0.06. Because our goal is to keep our image extremely flat. And the reason for this is so that any inconsistency in the photos, like dark eyes being sunk or noses not raised high enough, will be minimized. Notice the width is 6 inches and the height is 4. Now our image has been processed. Let's take a little look at it with dynamic rotation here. We can see that it's pretty thin. It's only 60 thousandths of an inch. We can also see all the detail that we need to identify this as a person. We'll go to top view here and begin our advanced techniques. Really all we're going to do is trace this image with a spline. Then we're going to flatten the outside. That's all of this texture to the outside of the picture. And then we're going to smooth to the inside, as well as using an organic tool to puff up the image to give us 3D. Because if we look at this, we can see there's not much 3D effect. So the way we achieve that is coming in first and creating a spline. So I'm going to change my Z height here to 0.125 so we can always see that spline. My color is going to be red, and then I'm going to pick spline up here and do it manually. I'll zoom in here and begin my spline. And I'll quickly trace the image. And notice each time I click, a point is created. If I click incorrectly, and my spline ends up out here, I just hit the B key to back up. That's B as in boy. So I'll finish doing the trace here. I'm going quite quickly here to show you the technique, but you could spend as much time as you like to get the detail that you would want. And let's pick up her hand here. And we'll complete our spline here with a couple close points. Now our boundary is created. We'll take that boundary, we'll go up here to offset, and we'll say offset a contour. We'll pick that contour. And our chaining dialog appears. And we'll accept it. And we just want to offset a little bit, so I'll say 0.03. You can see we got a little offset line there. Okay. Now, first thing we want to do is take this surface and make it 3D. So I'll go up and pick organic. I'll pick the inside contour. Then I'll pick a cross section, and we'll give it a width of 1 inch and a height of 1/8. And that'll just give us some surface height. And then we also want to adjust the ridge with arc low to smooth it out so we have no seams. And we'll call this shape. Now let's look at it isometrically. We can see now that we actually do have shape to the image. And we can turn off the geometry for a second. So by keeping the surface translation thin and giving the surface to the model with organic surface, we can see that we don't have drastic contrast where the black eyebrows are sunken or the eyes are sunken. but we can still improve our model. Let's go back here and turn our geometry on. The next thing we'll do is flatten to the outside. Get rid of all this texture on the outside of the photo, so this could become a pendant or a necklace. And we simply go to flatten, and I'll pick that outside contour, and we'll say flatten to the outside, and all the texture is now gone on the exterior of the picture. The final thing we want to do is smooth this a little bit. As all the pixels are mapped, we can see that there's a lot of texture on here that we don't really need. So we can go in and select smooth from the icon list, and I'll pick that outer edge once again, and let's put a smooth on here of say 0.02. The smaller the number, the lighter the smoothing. The larger the number, the more the smoothing. And now we smoothed out the image. We can dynamically rotate that, fit that to screen, zoom in a little bit. We might want to adjust that smoothing just a little bit more and say maybe 0.01, which will give us more detail. Yep, that looks a lot nicer. Go to the top view, we'll turn the geometry off. Dynamic. So these techniques will give you a much cleaner model and perhaps exactly what you wanted. This concludes Art-Based Surface Image to Surface.